What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of It's Howling Time with the Howling Wolf. Here, gonna give you selections for March 26th, 2022. The track is gonna be the Fairgrounds. It's gonna be race number 12. It is the Louisiana Derby Stakes, going a mile and 1/16 distance. Grade 2 for $1 million purse. We got a field of 9 horses running. I'm going to be giving you my top selection, my price horse, and my alternate in case of a scratch. For my top selection, it is going to be the number 5, Kapanta, at morning line odds of 8-1. It's by Hard Spun out of a Malibu Moon mare. The last time this one ran was on February 19th at the Fairgrounds, and allowance optional claiming $50,000 purse, non-winners of 1. Was able to come in second by 3 lengths. Was stalking inside, had to go 3 wide, and came up for a good second into the stretch. The workouts have been on March 11th, going 5 furlongs on a wet, fast surface at the Fairgrounds. Did it in 58 seconds flat. Was the best out of the 9 workouts that day. And for the last workout, it was on March 19th, going 5 furlongs on a fast track at the Fairgrounds, did it in 59.2 seconds, freezing. Was the best out of the 43 workouts that day. Well, with this one, what I see, it's going a big step in class, but from the workouts, it's showing some great ability to possibly come up. Maybe we'll need to do would be off, maybe not pace behind the pace setter, but maybe a back in mid pack, so it can come up towards that second turn, towards the stretch, moving up along quickly to come up into the stretch fast and strong, to possibly for a great win. Has some great fractions, has some great speed, knows how to get it in there right at the same time. It's getting Raul Gutierrez aboard, staying aboard, and knows how to get this horse into position. If no issues happen and could come up, stay mid-pack out of the trouble, then move out a bit, going 2 wide or 3 wide, to stay up in there, to come up, like I said, towards that second turn into the stretch, to come up fast, right at the last minute in the stretch, to come up for a good win. So again, for my top selection, in the Louisiana Derby, race number 12, going a mile and 1/16 distance for a $1 million purse, it is the number 5, Kapanta, at morning line odds of 8-1. Now it's time for my second choice, my price horse, which is going to be the number 9, Rattle and Row. Is by Connect out of a Johannesburg mare. Last time this one ran was on March 5th at Gulfstream Park in the Fountain of Youth Stakes for a $400,000 purse, grade 2. Was able to get 6 by 7 and a quarter lengths. Was no factor inside, had no ability at that time, was too tired out at all times, had no chance at all. Was coming up late, but it was just a little too late to get that good 6 by 7 and a quarter lengths. The workouts have been on February 26th on a fast track at Gulfstream Park did it in 58.7 seconds breezing, was the second best out of the 41 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on March 19th, going 5 furlongs on a fast track at Gulfstream Park. Did it in 58.8 seconds breezing, was the best out of the 28 workouts that day. It is keeping Brian Hernandez aboard, which is a plus. But from that last time, you could probably scratch it out and hopefully it can show up with great more over here at the Fairgrounds in this race. Has faced tougher before and has come in and won it. So now it's how they come in to win. But being wide out and the outside, maybe what have to do would try to be coming in a bit, inside a bit, to go out fast, not too fast, but try to be out there maybe behind a pace sitter or the mid pack. Go out in there with its ability it's showing it has some great fractions to be able to go out a little faster, but go out there a little bit, battle away somewhat, then coming around that second turn towards the stretch to come up in there for a good placing or also for a great win at a decent price. It has some great fractions, has some great percentages all out. Should be able to show its speed here if no issues happen or doesn't get into any trouble at all, which it's had before, but that's where at other tracks. But coming here to this new track, and it may like the surface, like I said, keeping Brian Hernandez aboard. Brian Hernandez knows how to get this horse into position well and should show off the ability that this horse has. So again, for my price horse, my second choice in the Louisiana Derby, race number 12 at the Fairgrounds for $1 million purse, it is the number 9, Rattle and Row at Moonlight odds of 6-1. Now it's time for my third selection or my alternate in case of any scratches. For my third selection, it's going to be the number 2, So-So's at Moonlight odds of 8-1. It's by Munnings out of a forestry mare. Last time this one ran was on February 11th at Oaklawn Park for allowance optional claiming $100,000 purse, non-winners of 1. Was able to win that race by 10 lengths. Was pressure dueled and ran it all the way through. Was out from the stretched out long. The time before that, it ran on January 23rd at the Fairgrounds, going 6 furlongs for a maiden special weight, $52,000 purse. Was able to win that race by a half a length. Had to go 4 wide and was grinding it through all the way into the stretch to get up there very sharply for the win. The workouts have been on March 12th, going 5 furlongs at the Fairgrounds on a fast track, did it in 59.6 seconds breezing, was the best out of the 32 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on March 19th, going 4 furlongs on a fast track at the Fairgrounds, did it in 49.2 seconds breezing, was the 47th best out of the 111 workouts that day, I believe. And although this horse is undefeated, but stepping big time up in class, hasn't faced this type of class of horses before. The fractions are well, should be able to handle it well, but the thing is that we'll be able to handle these class of horses. with Florent Giroux staying aboard from that last win that it ran at Oakland Park. If he could possibly do what he did in that race, but I don't believe it'll be happening. He'll have to be closer off, be behind a pace setter, be out there, maybe close by a pace setter, then go up there fast, then coming around that second, going into the first stretch, towards that second turn, come up fast and closer and closer, then to get up there into the stretch for a good chance to have a great placing or even a great win at a decent price. So again, for my third selection, my alternate, in case of a scratch, it is the number 2, Zows at Moonlight odds of 8-1. Again, to recap my selections for the Louisiana Derby, race number 12 at the Fairgrounds, for a $1 million purse. My top selection is the number 5, Kapanta at Moonlight odds of 8-1. My prize horse, my second choice, is the number 9, Rattle and Row at Moonlight odds of 6-1. And for my third selection, in case of a scratch of my other two selections, it is the number 2, Zows at Moonlight odds of 8-1. And you can watch these races on RTMCT.com TV, where you can watch the races. And remember, when you're cashing with the wolf, it's howling time. Good luck, everyone, and let's make some money.